just me. Tales of a free spirit, I'm just me. I'm just me.
Welcome back to yours truly. My name is 𝙲'𝚃𝚃, and this is episode 3 of C'est la vie, Tales of a Free Spirit. Oh my God, I'm still nervous, but we're going to go ahead and keep them pushing through. So excited. This is the 3rd episode, and I just cannot believe that we're on episode 3 already. It feels like just yesterday we was trying to figure out the name of the podcast, and now we're on episode 3. Like, this is just crazy. It's unreal. But okay, so we're gonna go ahead and keep going. Cue the cute question, Shay. Okay. What is your biggest dream / goal in life? My biggest dream in life is to be walking in my destiny. Ultimately, I just want to do what I was put on earth to do. I want to conquer that. And I just want everybody around me to reach their full potential in life and to be happy. And I want to make a lot of money and go off the fucking grid. Me and Shay. That was an easy one. All right, so we're going to go ahead and I'm going to pour. Are you drinking? Shay had a time this weekend. All right. Yeah, she had a little time, so. But ain't no key without a cocktail, honey. And we're drinking Pink Whitney. So, straight, because it's already mixed, in my opinion. It's good. All right, so I just want to go over our weekend because it was Easter weekend, and I feel like we had a fun time. So first, we celebrated Big Q's birthday. Happy birthday! So that was fun. If you saw like my Facebook page or Shay's Facebook page, you see we was outside having a time. We have to get into the habit of promoting the podcast because we was out. We done did karaoke. I made a whole bunch of people's little snap stories that I do not know because when I get drunk, I seem to become super friendly. And I ain't even promote my podcast. So I got to get in the habit of that. But we had a time at, what was the name of the place? Mad Jack. So that was lit. I want to go there all the time because they have karaoke, and I love me some karaoke. So that was fun.
And they put us right at the top of the list.
Yeah, like we didn't even have to wait.
They probably was sick of them old people.
Probably. We turned them. But what we sing? Sunshine. Come home late. Well, yeah.
You must have fell and bumped your head. They violated me. Into the street. Nothing you can do. And there's nothing you can say. That could persuade me to stay with you another day. You had crossed the line to the but from here on out, I'm no longer concerned.
He was lit. But yeah, we didn't have to wait. I was trying to go back and do another one, but he was like, yeah, no, y'all are good. But he was telling me like when we could come back and all that. So yeah, that's going to be our new little spot in Brooklyn Park. It was lit. And then after that, a friend of mine that I was with, you can call her a best friend. I ain't saying no names, but Samantha had the best idea to drink tequila while we were getting ready and then to drink vodka when we were out and on our way out. So she was twisted. So we kind of left the scene a little early, like around 12:31. But it was just a time. It was fun. But yeah, so that was what, Friday? Saturday. That was Saturday, right? Because Sunday was Easter. Yeah, so that was Saturday night. So that was fun. We had a ball. And then Sunday, my auntie was admitted to the hospital. So we wasn't sure if I was going to be able to see her. on Easter. So by the grace of God, though, she got discharged pretty early, so she was able to spend Easter with my great aunt Titi Joy and my brother and his beautiful, beautiful fat baby, my nephew, baby Huey, also known as Tiny, named after our grandpa. So that was really nice. I really, really, really enjoyed seeing my auntie. But yeah, so that was cool. That was really fun. So then, yeah, so that was pretty much it. Shay went to her mother's house for Easter, and then we met back up, came back to the house, and I don't know about her, but I slept. I needed to sleep. Like, yeah, I needed to sleep. So I slept all day, and yeah, that was pretty much my weekend, our weekend. It was fun. I had a really good time. We watched Baddies, which we're gonna talk about. Baby, when I tell you I could never be on one of these shows, like they fight. I'm not fighting fair. I'm having all my friends in the first 2 rows. And as soon as the bitch tries to, I don't even give a fuck if I'm losing. Jump over and I don't care. I'm not fighting fair. But anyway, so Anna, that's my baddie of the motherfucking year. My Leo, my best friend. I just love her. I feel like Anna's a girl's girl, and I feel like as little as she is, she backs up all her little shit. And I like that she wasn't going. She was fighting all them hoes, and I like that. And I don't like Biggie. Biggie sat there. I don't know if y'all watched it. If y'all didn't, y'all need to pause this because spoilers. But don't shut me off. Just mute me. But yeah, go back and watch it because Biggie ass supposedly supposed to be Anna's best friend. She literally stood behind Tinka the whole time, and Tinka pregnant as hell while Anna and Tasiki were fighting. That shit was crazy. I'm just like, it was just crazy, and Anna was really, really hurt. Like, you can tell, because later on in the show, she confronted Biggie. Well, she was talking to Tasiki and was snapping about Biggie to Tasiki because she's like, don't fuck with her. Like, she was talking all this shit about, yeah, I'm on what you want, sis, and da-da-da-da. And then she sat there and watched Anna get beat up. And that's supposed to be her best friend. And that's crazy to me, but I just know that I'm glad I don't have that experience. When I swung, my best friend swung. I can't say that for everybody that was, but yeah, my best friend definitely was swing for me. But yeah, Biggie, that was crazy. And Tasiki, I don't know, she was cool. I feel like when she beat the fuck out of, what was her name? The Bad Dolly. She was turned, she was amped, her adrenaline was rushing. So I feel like she I don't know if she did it on purpose, but she kind of left Anna. Her and Biggie kind of left Anna out there to fend for herself. And I don't think it was intentional for Tasiki. I just know I wouldn't do no shit like that. I'm not leaving my best friend with a whole bunch of bitches that is fighting. I'm pulling her with me, or I'm staying out there. I'm not finna, I can't even fathom leaving my best friend out there fighting all these hoes. And Biggie, she a hoe ass, bitch ass, pussy ass, hoe ass, slut ass, hoe ass, bitch ass, pussy. Stand with your friend, or if you're not that type of person, then say that, but don't lead motherfuckers to think you gonna swing when they swing and you don't do shit. I know too many people that done that, and too many is enough for me. But anyway, Rolly, I just don't like her. I don't like her body. I don't like her attitude. I don't like her voice. I don't like shit about her. I just don't think she's a real friend. I think that bitch is, what is the word? Opportunist. So yeah. 𝙲'𝚃 is the girl that wear white, right? Boring. She don't need to be on the next show. Pretty P outfit was cute, but it wasn't for that setting. What the fuck? But I guess if you want to show your pussy in your ass, then I guess it was cute. Ivory got her ass beat by Big Lex, but Ivory wasn't no hoe. She was taking them punches. But yeah, girl, Big Lex beat the fuck out of you. Diamond. Okay, so Diamond, I like Diamond. That shit was funny, with the whole Natalie thing. But at the end, it was just given. It was all an act. The first 20 minutes of the episode, I feel like it was all about Diamond and Natalie or whatever. And then at the end, for them to turn around and be like, oh, I love y'all, and da-da-da. I just don't like that type of shit. I feel like that's weird. I just think that's all fake and staged. I feel like it just be shit for them to do. Okay, y'all finna fake fight. Me and Rolly you and Diamond and Rolly finna fake fight. And then we'll kiss and make up at the end. I'm not with none of that. Oh, Tasiki beat the fuck Out of bed, Dolly. Do you hear me? Oh my God. We watched that shit how many times? I kept rewinding it. That was crazy. I love a good 1, 2. This next story that I'm gonna talk about. So my stupid, irritating, dumb ass, right? So I was at my TT house folding some clothes and stuff. I'll be over there helping out. And I heard like them on YouTube, I think it's on YouTube, and they were talking about Carmelo Anthony, how he stabbed somebody. So I called 𝙲'𝚃, and I'm like, girl, Carmelo Anthony just stabbed somebody up there and talk about it on the podcast. So she like, Carmelo, the basketball player? I'm like, yeah, duh. Like, who else, you know? All that just to find out it wasn't the basketball player. But why would you name your kid Carmelo? Like, all right, you know, I don't know nothing about sports, okay? When I think of Carmelo Anthony, I thought a lot. I thought it was a basketball player. So, I was wrong. But I'm still going to talk about it. So, Carmelo Anthony, he's 17 years old. He, and this happened in Frisco, Texas. So, Frisco is like a richy, white, bougie area in Dallas. So yeah, it's like another city in Dallas. It's like nice. That's where all like the good black owned food places is and stuff. But yeah, anyway, so Carmelo Anthony was at a track meet with his team, and then Austin Matcliffe was a white boy. He's also 17 years old, and he was at a track meet with his school, his team. So they went to 2 different schools, both located in Frisco. So the story goes, and I got my information from U.S. Today, so if something's not right, don't call me, don't blame me, blame them, okay? So what USA Today says is that Carmelo Anthony went and sat with Austin Matcliffe's track team. And I guess his track team was like under some kind of tent or something like that. So Austin Matcliffe was telling Carmelo, like, you don't get the fuck from over here. You don't belong over here. Da 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 da. And Carmelo was like, what? I ain't going no motherfucking where the fuck. Like, no. And Austin was like, I'm in my mind, I think, okay, Carmelo's there by himself. Austin's there with his teammates. So in my mind, I'm picturing Austin kind of like picking at Carmelo. I'm just saying, I could be wrong, but that's what my brain says. So I feel like Austin was probably like, nah, you gotta get the fuck from around here. We don't know you. You don't go here. Da da da. So Carmelo was like, I'm not going nowhere. So USA Today says that Carmelo was like, if you touch me and see what happened. So what happened was when they were arguing, I guess Austin must have like threatened to hit Carmelo. So in the midst of that, Carmelo picked up his bag and like had his hand in the bag like, yeah, touch me, see what happened. So in my mind, and from what the report said in USA Today, he must have touched Carmelo. So they're scuffling, whatever. And then Carmelo went further on and was like, punch me and see what happened. And so Austin, I guess, hit him or something. They didn't say that he hit him in the USA Today, but he stabbed him in retaliation. So in my mind, he hit him. So after, I'm assuming he hit Carmelo, alleged, I don't know. But yeah, so after he allegedly hit Carmelo, that's when Carmelo stabbed him and he took off running. Austin grabbed his chest and was and supposedly he died on scene. Really sad. They were both 17 years old. It was kind of like 2 lives were lost in this case because like his life is lost and then Carmelo's life is never going to be the same. So it was just sad, Carmelo ended up, I don't know if he turned himself in or if they arrested him on scene. I don't really know what happened with that, but the family or the lawyers of Carmelo was trying to get the $1 million bond reduced to $150,000, and the dad was there speaking on behalf of Carmelo, saying that Carmelo's a good kid and he, doesn't have a record and he doesn't have a passport, so he can't just flee the country or anything like that. And instead of the judge lowering the bond to $150,000, he lowered it to $250,000. Carmelo's mom, she did like some kind of interview or whatever, and was saying that her family has been getting death threats and saying that, you know, there's been false information being spread out about the GoFundMe that they set up. I guess the rumors was that they were spending it on boats and shit like that, and she was like, that's not fucking true. And then she was saying that her daughter is like afraid of her life, and like her family is, you know, ultimately like they're going through it, you know, because everybody's just, they're angry at the fact that a black judge lowered his bond from $1 million to 250,000. So that's crazy. I don't really know. I feel like we're kind of in a day and age where fuck around and find out is like the thing. And I'm not saying what he did was right or wrong. I don't really know how I feel. I feel like if it was my brother or my nephew, it just depends. Like he was, I don't know. In my mind, I'm picturing he was by himself. I'm picturing this guy was probably picking on him. And in my mind, I feel like he hit him. So why not defend yourself? And it was also a quote in USA Today saying he didn't expect, like his intention wasn't just to kill him. He was defending himself. But from what I read, he was charged with murder. I'm going to keep an eye out and just kind of, you know, follow up with it and just see what's going on. Because it's really sad. And, you know, I just hate the fact that two 17-year-old, ultimately probably good kids, their lives will never be this. One of them is gone, and the other one's life will never be the same over something that ultimately could have been avoidable. So, yeah, that just sucks. I interrupt this podcast to shout out somebody that is definitely on production.
It's not me.
I have a production team, y'all. But no, for real. And no, it's not Shay Shay. Dang, Shay do everything. It's in addition to Shay. Have you, baby, when I say you have been working overtime for us in this production. Girl, we have production now. But no, for real. Like, I just really want to shout you out. Like, I swear to goodness, I am so grateful for you. Where Shay and I lack when it comes to, like, how to navigate this social media and selling ourselves and just things like that. Like, you literally feel that. And I'm happy that I know you, and I'm happy that I love you, and I'm happy that you believe in us, and I'm happy that you genuinely believe and want to see this podcast grow and be successful. And that's just exactly what I need in my circle for this. Everything you do definitely doesn't go unnoticed. You are our number one boo. And when Shay and I go live off grid, you and Luna are coming with us, and we don't take no for an answer. Now, back to our scheduled programming. All right, so this next segment is my favorite, Into the Stars. And so if this is your first, like, episode watching, I need you to stop and go back and watch the first 2 episodes. I'm going to talk about every day of the week and the planet it's ruled by. So we're on the 3rd one, which is the moon, and it rules Monday. So yeah, so we're gonna talk about that, how Monday is ruled by the moon. And I wrote it down because I'm not a fucking, like, Google, okay? I have to write my shit down. So, in astrology, the moon is associated with emotions, intuitions, and domestic life. The moon is like the ruler of your minds. In traditions, the spiritual significance of Monday is considered a good time for fertility rituals and reflecting the moon's influence in emotions and intuition. The moon can also be seen as calm, cool, and gentle, kind of like how Mondays are. Like Mondays can feel kind of like slow. You'll be sleepy like after the weekend or be like kind of dreading. That's kind of like how the moon is. It really just works on your emotions. So like the sun, your sun sign, like how the sun and your sun sign tells you about like your exterior, your most basic self of you. The moon, your moon sign in the moon goes on your inner emotions, your intuitions, and things like that. So like for example, my sun sign is Sagittarius, but my moon sign is Capricorn. So just like that. So the my emotions and my intuition and things like that is in Capricorn. So ancient Romans, they associated Monday with Luna, the goddess of the moon. So yeah. Oh, and I also wanted to say that the moon is considered like feminine energy. If you want to do like any kind of, like if you're working to like have a baby, things like that, or just wanting to become like work on just your feminine part of you, and that's for males too. Like 50% of us is masculine, the other 50% of us is feminine, or whatever the percentage is. It can't be different for a lot of people, but parts of us are feminine and parts of us are masculine. So the moon in us is feminine. So if you want to work on like your intuition and things like that, your best days to work on like your meditations and shit like that has to do with like your emotions and fertility and things like that, it's best to do it on a Monday. Or if you follow like the lunar cycles and things like that, you can that can work out. Honestly, I have a story that I'll probably talk about in one of my tales. When I was with my Michael, I did like a whole little sex, not a ritual, but it was like a sex thing, and I did it because Mars was in retrograde and the moon, I think it was a full moon or it was something, I forgot, but I knew that I wanted to like reach like the highest sex peak that I could in like orgasms and stuff, and I had to do it on that specific day. And like I went all out with the red and everything, because red is the root chakra, which is like that area, and red is also the color of like Mars and shit. So yeah, it's pretty fucking dope. And Monday is the day where if you wanted to work on your intuition and things like that, then Monday's the day to do that, or your feminine energy. And it's also the day where you want to kind of set the rest of the week. So if you have like a goal or something like that that you want to set it on Monday. Be prepared to do it that week. So it's like Monday's like your starting day. So basically, if you have like a shitty Monday or a really good Monday, it kind of lets you know how the rest of your week is going to go. So yeah, it's pretty cool. I thought that was interesting. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. That's Monday and how the moon. We're going to go ahead and get into some kinky questions. This is my second favorite part of the podcast because I don't know about you, but I love talking about sex. I love doing it. I love talking about it. This is actually a good one. Like I already have because I'm an embarrassing person. But yeah, what's the most embarrassing thing that happened to you? Oh my gosh, I have two. Okay, so I'm gonna talk about this one because I already mentioned this. Talking about the moon. So you remember when I was just telling y'all how I did like a sex ritual with this guy named Michael that I was with, whatever. So yeah, it was that night. So the night was perfect. I had it perfectly set. It was red roses everywhere. I was in my apartment for like 2 months because I couldn't get up none of the pedals. But it was candles lit. It was sexy. I had a scavenger hunt. To where I made it to where he's not, as soon as he made it to the door, he couldn't talk. And he had to open up, I had a note attached to the door. And I was like, when you enter the house, you can't do no more talking. You have to follow the steps. And he wasn't like a huge drinker, but I needed him to be like loose for the things I wanted to do. So I had, like he went to like the living room. Then I had a shot and a chaser and another note that was like, take a shot of this and then go on the front porch or go on the balcony and go to the next step. So I had him do it all over the downstairs. And ultimately I needed him to get like the massage oil, this handkerchief thing, the bottle, and some ice, right? So then he had to come upstairs naked, and I was supposed to be like in a corner with this like red little leotard on. First of all, I did not realize how long that was gonna take, but yeah. So anyway, so he gets up there, and then X happened. But there was a point where in our room I had like candles, like real candles lit all over the bed, forgetting I am who I am. So I had red candles lit everywhere. And I had we have a lot of pillows on our bed. So, they were kind of like falling on the floor, I guess. And we was, and there was we had dropped a pillow must have fell on one of the candles. The pillow fell on one of the candle jobs. But I'm telling you, it was such a good, he was hitting that G spot, y'all. So I was like, I could smell something burning. But when I tell you I did not give a fuck, I did not give a fuck. We needed, I couldn't stop. So I'm smelling it, right? So then, whatever. And I look over and this whole fucking pillow was on fire, in flames. So we get up. I'm just like, oh my God, Michael, oh my God. So we're butt booty ass naked. Just, So we ended up, I threw the pillow in the sink because it was on fire. I didn't know what else to do. And our carpet was cream colored white. So I didn't want to put it on the floor or anything, so I just threw it in the fucking sink, in the tub, and I instantly thought of TLC, so I'm like, oh my God, this whole apartment's gonna catch on fire, but it didn't. It went out. The pillow was black as fuck. That was crazy. When I think about it, it is embarrassing, but it wasn't really for me because I'm just silly and goofy and stupid. But yeah, that was kind of embarrassing because it was this sexy ass night and romantic. And when I tell you, I literally planned that out, and it took me all day to get it perfect. And the scavenger hunt was not easy, by the way. It was just a beautiful, and it was the moon. It was just a perfect night, and for it to just end ultimately for me setting the fucking pillow on fire. And it wasn't even the fact that I set it on fire. I did not stop. I did we smelled the smoking, but I didn't care. And then I saw the flames. And I was like, okay, I don't want to die. I mean, that'd have been a cool way to go out, but I didn't want to die at the moment. So yeah, that was the most embarrassing thing. Okay, so oh my God, it's I never want to come to an end, but I also want to come to an end because I be nervous and I just be like, oh my God. But yeah, so now this is the tale from a free spirit. I'm telling the tale, and I'm the free spirit. So the next thing I'm going to talk about for the tale from a free spirit is I'm going to talk about the time where I guess, I got caught. Well, I didn't get caught. He got caught fucking a free-spirited person by his girlfriend. So what had happened was, I honestly don't even remember how I met this guy. His name is Michael. And I don't remember if I met him when I first came to visit Texas or what. But eventually we developed a thing. And yeah, he was my first penis in Texas, regularly, because his apartment was literally in the same apartment complex area as my sister's. So I had to just walk around the corner to get me some, okay? Anyway, so one night, I ended up going over there, and he was a poet or whatever, and I'm a sucker for anything Renaissance-y, so he talked them panties right off of me. He did. We fucked right on the pool table. We fucked 4 times that night, and I remember thinking, because he was so just oh my God, I fucked 4 times, and I'm like, oh my God, I didn't even have an orgasm yet. It was I remember thinking that, damn, but it was all right. But yeah, so we was having sex that night. It was all night type of thing, and we fell asleep, so we're in the bed, sleep, And it was probably like, I don't know, I'm just assuming it was like 2 or 3 in the morning. And this is like when I first moved to Texas, y'all. So I was like 23. I was young. But anyway, so we're sleeping and I hear like a knock like on the door almost. But like we were drunk. Like I got drunk off of like brandy and white Zinfandel. So I was lit. And so I heard like a faded knock at the door, but it wasn't enough to get me like up because this isn't my crib. I don't give a fuck, you know? So I don't remember moving around then, but I heard like a knock later on, like maybe 2 minutes later, right above his head, like right behind his headboard. His window's right behind the headboard. So I heard like a strong ass knock. So I know one of them knocks. So I sit up and I'm like, Michael, somebody's banging on your window. So I remember I was still drunk because I was like, it was kind of like a blur. Like I was almost seeing double. So he goes and he peeks out the window. And I guess it was his girlfriend. I never knew she existed, y'all, okay? Like, I didn't know or whatever. I didn't care, but I didn't know. So, yeah, so he's like, when he looked out the window, mind you, he booty ass naked dick just swinging everywhere, okay? And he's like, oh, my God, it's my girlfriend, da-da-da-da. I think it was his fiance. But I don't know. But he's like, oh, it's my girlfriend. Da-da. So I'm looking like, okay. So I'm like finna leave. And he's like, no, you cannot leave. So I'm like, what the fuck you want me to do? And he's like, go hide in the bathroom. So I'm like, oh my God. Okay. So mind you, I'm still like intoxicated. And I go in the bathroom and I remembered I didn't have my house shoes. Like my house shoes were still by the pool table. Because that's where we started. So I'm in the bathroom and I call my best friend Shay because I call her about everything. And so I'm on the phone with Shay. I'm like, bitch, you're not going to believe where I'm at. It's like 4 in the morning. I'm like, I'm in this nigga's bathroom hiding. First, I was in the shower and I'm like, I needed to sit down because I was still drunk. So I'm sitting in the toilet and I'm like, I don't know. But I hear her like searching the room. And I'm like, I don't know, bitch. I don't know. I feel like I'm finna have to be. I feel like I'm gonna have to fight. Da-da-da. She's laughing at me and shit. I'm just like, I don't know what to do. Like, I don't want to fight. I'm drunk, but I will if I have to. Like, oh my God, I didn't know. So I'm just standing there. I don't know. I think you got off the phone. Did you? You wasn't on the phone when she opened the door, were you? I don't think so either. So yeah. So I remember I was just standing up, and cause I could hear her asking him like, why are you naked? And why are you like, what do you, like, he just looked, I guess, suspicious. And I can just imagine like a guilty dude. And we were drunk. So I can just imagine him just walking around the house, following her, dick just swinging, looking dumb. So finally she makes it to the bathroom. So I'm just like, okay. So I'm trying to get like my stance just in case I had to, you know, hit her or something, which I did not want to do. Like, I don't want to fight. I don't like to fight. It hurts. I don't be on that shit. But, you know, what would you do? It's a bitch, you know? So she opens the door and I swear to God, y'all, the look on her face, it's like she felt, it was like a defeated look, but it was like, again, like she looked at him and she looked at me. She looked back at him. He's just naked right here. She's just looking at him just so hurt. Like, oh my God. And I'm just drunk. Like, okay, she ain't going to be for me. So I'm looking at them, look at each other. And I'm like, I'm just going to. So I like squeezed in between them and I got my shoes and I went back home. And yeah, that was it. And that was crazy. And y'all, Michael, this how I know niggas ain't shit and niggas wasn't gonna be shit in Texas. Because why the fuck did he lie and say he only had one kid from New York? And y'all know I love me some New York. But anyways, he lied and said he had one kid. Well, I found out all them little ass kids that was like around his crib one day with this fine ass barber of a cousin. Boy, he was fine. Them was all his kids. Like, how you just be lying about how many kids you got? That's crazy. But yeah, that was my story with Michael. And yeah, how his girlfriend caught us. And he's happily married now. And yeah, so hopefully he's not still cheating. Because that was crazy. If you watch this story, I was on your side. I guess that's it, y'all. That's all. That is a wrap for episode 3. Oh, but before we go, I wanted to leave you with a quote. Because God is real. And I am just so happy. Despite the things that are going on in my life that I can't control, I am so happy. And it's kind of how I'm feeling. so I'm gonna read it to you guys. But I got it from Google, and the quote is, if you want to fly in the sky, you need to leave the earth. If you want to move forward, you need to let go of the past that drags you down. And the reason why I chose that quote for this episode is because when I tell you, like, first of all, if you would have told me when I was like 18, 19 that I was going to be living in another state for more than 10 years, I'd have been like, you're fucking crazy. And now that I have lived in Texas, if you would have told me 2 years ago or 6 months ago that I was going to be over my Michael that I've been obsessed with and in love with for so long, and who I put first for so long, I would have been like, you're fucking lying. And I just feel like when you are, it's like I always knew, probably these last like 2 years, I feel like I knew that I needed to like do different shit in my life. Like I was kind of developing a little drug habit. I wasn't really happy. Me and my Michael at the time were up and down. You know, I was like losing. I was just losing shit in my life. You know, it was a lot going on in my family and things like that. And I just was just going through it, y'all. And it's just like when you hold on to shit, I really fucking feel like God is gonna tell y'all, like, either way, if you do not want to like change this shit, like God is gonna come through and shake your shit up. And when I tell you he shook my shit up, and like even though I'm in Minnesota for like some personal shit with my aunt, like I haven't been like this happy in a really long time, and I'm scared because it's like I don't really know, but I just feel like, you know, like I just feel like it's possible, and I just really want y'all to understand, like, I know I'd be like fun and be kikiing and I'd be laughing but y'all, like I really be going through it. And yeah, so that's also why I wanted to do the podcast, because I feel like I don't know, I just feel like it was just time. And yeah, I just want like y'all to know, like Facebook, that internet shit, like this shit don't be real. Like motherfuckers really be going through it. Motherfuckers be really contemplating suicide and just shit. And I think for me, like I just got to a point where shit just got to be too much. And I wasn't just moving quick enough. Like I think that I had to get burned a few times for God to just let me know, like, bitch, you need to wake the fuck up, because you're not gonna be here, you know? So, but it's good. I'm happy, and I love my best friend, and I love everybody that has literally like been there for me since, like, especially this last like 6 months. And yeah, I'm just really, really happy, and I'm just loving life. And yup, and fuck Michael. And yup, and I just love everybody. So yeah, that's really why I wanted to say that quote, because I really do feel like, for me, God, like I always knew that I needed to like do something different, whether it was to like leave Texas for a minute, leave my man, don't work in the medical, whatever the fuck it was. I just knew I wasn't happy in any aspect of my life. But I'm also like scared of change. Like I like change, but I'm like scared of it. So I really feel like God kind of like forced it on me, because ultimately, like, and then like my spirituality, like I haven't really been like as spiritual as I used to be. So that's another reason why I'm just trying to get back in it, because I'm so grateful, and I want to give thanks to my ancestors and my spirit guides, because that's who I feel is leading me. I don't know, that's just my belief, and I just feel like I'm getting so many blessings despite anything that's going on in my life that I'm like, that's not not the best, like that I can't control. Like I'm still blessed and I'm still happy, and I'm just happy I can be here for my family. I'm glad I can actually be up in Minnesota to spend time with, my family members and stuff like that. And I'm just grateful that I have such a good fucking dope ass fucking crew of friends and family and sisters. Like, I love all of them. And yeah, so, but anyway, enough of that, because I'm a thug. But that's it. That's C'est La Vie, Tales of a Free Spirit. So, yeah, I'll see you guys next Thursday.